Hello, this is in response to the two Twitter articles, Black Books and New Kids. I can't see it at the moment. New Kids Books put a human face on a refugee crisis. I'm going to discuss the first one, the first article that I read first about the importance on Black Books Matter, the importance diversity in children's literature. I thought this link was great. After we did, I did the other assignment where I went and looked in my children's books and our little bookcases for different books of ethnicity and wheelchairs and mixed biracial couples, anything of that nature. And then I read these articles as well. I just thought I'm going to shoot to have a big diverse section in my library at school or in my classroom where you can check out books. I think it's great so children can see their own faces within books, whether it's something small as glasses or hearing aids, wheelchairs, walkers, braces on their feet, braces on their teeth, but very importantly the skin color, so children can see whatever race they are or gender. I have 3 adopted nephews and nieces that are Black, and my sister is always talking about she wants dolls to look like them and she wants books to look like them. But also I loved the point the author made in this article about how they want white kids to see African American or Black children in a good light, not the stereotypical negative ones that you sometimes see, and you might not see the negative stereotypical as much in a children's book as you would maybe an older junior high or high school book, but I just thought it's so great, and I loved how in our assignment it talked about not just doing it in February. So I thought it'd be great to have in the back of my mind and bring it out when I do have a classroom, like each month or each week or each day, not even making it an issue, but just reading the books that have characters, Asian, African American, Mexican, Spanish, any of those, and just have those be in our everyday curriculum in my classroom so that everybody feels it all year long and not just that one month. I thought how cool it was that she kind of have 3 options of finding books that look like her, and she said the best option was 3, start a campaign to collect books with Black girls as the main characters. I think that's the problem, is we're not seeing those books as the main characters. So I thought that's a really good idea, a way to get it out there for other people to help use. I'm definitely going to try that with my students. Maybe that's an assignment, like let's find a children's book that has a character that looks like you, and maybe it is blonde hair and blue eyes, but maybe it's not, and then hopefully our school library or my library in our classroom will have that to help. The other article, the new kids put a human face on the refugee crisis, I thought that was excellent. When I was in high school, there were many refugees in my high school that got placed in Fargo, so I'm kind of familiar with their background. There is a book out there called African Soul, American Heart that if I were to teach older grades or later grades, that would be a great book to reference. It's about 4 boys that I didn't grow up with them, but I know them, I know who they are, that they wrote from their perspective, what happened in Africa, how they got here, the college graduates, that type of thing. But I just thought the article it's so important that our students are seeing that people are struggling. They're struggling to get to the United States or wherever they're escaping a refugee from. And I think my children go to kind of a lower income school that have a lot of children whose parents were refugees. So I think it's a great way to just open up the conversation or just make them not feel alone. Maybe they don't want to talk about it. I feel like that's sometimes an issue. Like I don't want to force a conversation or make a student feel singled out by any means. So it's kind of a fine line of who's in my classroom this year, what books can be most effective, and maybe what books do I want to just privately talk to the student or the student's parents, be like, would you feel comfortable if we read this story? Because you don't ever want to make a student feel bad, or you don't know what happens at recess. But I just think it's a great way for these types of books that you pointed out to really show strong children, brave children, children who don't give up, children who are new to a situation when they come to America and come in a different classroom. So I love both of these, and I'm absorbing so much. I hope I don't forget all these little things when I do start teaching, because it's so valuable. So that's my take on the two and how I can hopefully incorporate it to my classroom.